Hello there, YouTube. Today I'll be doing an update on these on my 40-gallon long. Um, a whole lot has changed from since the last update I did. For one thing, it's not as nearly as overgrown as it was back then because I ripped out all of the dwarf sedge over there, and I put a piece of driftwood in there and I put some rocks on it because it's still not sinking. I also added another turquoise rainbow fish right there. He's a lot smaller than the other two, but he has some space to go where when he's bullied, he has places to hide. And they're not really turned on now. When they're turned on, their colors are a lot better. I still haven't figured out how to get them turned on and to show their colors really nicely. It just happens randomly. It doesn't even coincide with water changes they're feeding or anything. I haven't figured out a pattern yet. Maybe if I put some females in there, it'll be more often. These rainbows are crazy. These are turquoise rainbows, and whenever they're turned on, they get this awesome neon orange stripe on like on the top of their face. You can kind of see it on this guy right now, but it's like it literally flashes neon orange, like one of those reflective signs like at night when you shine a flashlight at it. It's really like neon orange. It's really beautiful, and it really contrasts with the blue. I'll try to catch some footage of it and put it on YouTube. Then you can see that those flowers from the Amazon sword, there were actually new plants, and I've already pulled out like 30 Amazon swords, and there's another dozen growing in there. I don't know what to do with them. Then you can see now how many roots that bamboo has. It's been growing a lot, and it put a whole lot of roots into the water, which is why these swordtails have been breeding in here like crazy. There's probably like 50 babies in here. They're just really hard to see. Then about a year ago I put in this dwarf aquarium lily. I hope you can see that. It's right in the middle of the screen. And it died, but then it came back to life. Like I cut away all this extra vegetation and I found it there. So I couldn't see it with all the dwarf sedge in the front, but now I can see it. So with the extra light, hopefully it will get the lily pads back up to the surface of the water again. I think that shaded look will look pretty cool. I guess it just died back and formed a bulb or something, and now it just came back to life. I don't know. So I think that's pretty much all I have to update on for this tank. Oh, another thing, I'll be getting rid of all of the sword tails, and I'll be putting neon tetras in there instead of them, because I have another whole tank with sword tails, and they get kind of boring after a while. They're really cool, and like the guests really like them because they're really active, but I have a whole other 10-gallon tank with like 50 of them. So I'll be getting rid of these. Maybe I'll get a different type of sword tail, but I'll be getting rid of this specific type, and I'll definitely be putting neon tetras in this tank because I haven't had them for a while. And I'll also be getting a school of the quarry cats because for like 2 years I've only had two. I think they're kind of bored without companions, and I've seen some awesome videos of them schooling. So the snails, the F1 generation, I think they're called, like they're the children of the original snails that I bought. They've grown up and they've started laying eggs. Right there you can see an egg clutch, and there's some right back here on this driftwood and on the glass. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'll be putting some other plants in here as well, because I'm getting bored of the Dwarf, Sag, and Amazon swords. They were cool beginner plants to try out, but I've mastered them and they overgrow really easily, so I think I'll still keep them in here, but I'll put some other plants in here. I've actually started quarantining new plants that I've never had before that are really cool. I might be putting them into this tank. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to update on.